Alright guys, welcome to a new episode of Building the Bali Handbook. In yesterday's episode we've been working on our AI content system, which I'm still refining. I'm still doing some research on what's the best way to actually optimize it properly. But I had an issue, and the issue is that currently I have categories, right? So we have dining, and under dining we have bars, restaurants, etc. The issue I have right now is that, let's say La Brisa. La Brisa is like a beach day club, so it's like a bar, but they also have a restaurant. But we're currently not able to define more than one category. Like if we go to the admin dashboard, oh wait, it is running. If we go to a listing, stay, or dining, since I'm talking about dining, if I want to edit it, we have category bars. So what I kind of want to do, and I already had a short chat with Claude Code, so I'm just going to show you what the chat was, and then we're going to start implementing it. I want to be able to select several categories to one listing. Same for stays. Like a stay can be a private villa, but also be part of a hotel group, right? So if I have the hotels page, I want to show all the hotels, but it can also be that one listing is a subcategory of a hotel. So I want this to happen now before we start scaling the platform. It's better to fix this now. So this is what we're going to do in today's episode. After that, we're going to get back to the content system. And also what I'm thinking is I visited many restaurants, so I kind of just want to add them without a review and then just have a feature. I think we already have it here, visited and reviewed by us. So people can see all the listings that we actually visited and reviewed, or that we just visited. And then if we just visited, I will still need to write a review, but maybe I need to go back first to have like proper up-to-date information. But I think it's better if I now already have like 100 plus listings on the platform, so people actually get more value out of it instead of us now having like 10 listings. So I'll be working on that as well. And maybe what we can do, we can just select or make a local scraper from Google Maps with all the restaurants and hotels in Canggu, for example. Just start with Canggu and then just start expanding the platform. So in today's episode, we're gonna make sure that we can have several categories for one listing. And then also we just need to make sure that all the components on the whole website are properly connected to this. So if you like my content, please leave a comment. Makes me very happy. And then let's get into the episode. So let me enlarge this for you guys. So I already gave my problem here. I'm not gonna bother because I just explained it in the introduction. The solution is to have a multi-category support implementation plan. So what it wants to do, it wants to create a new table in the database, listing categories, and then it will match it with listing ID, category ID, its primary created at. So basically, we need to create a new table in the database, link it to the current database, and then join them together. And then we need to change the backend code. We need to change all the admin interfaces, the front-end updates, and then it will just test everything. So I think this is all we need, but let me maybe ask. So how would it work just from my perspective? Like I can add as many categories as I want, because at some point I would also want to create landing pages for the best hotels with ocean view in Bali. So we select hotels with ocean view and showcase that. So would this be an option as well? Or do we just filter by the amenities, for example, in the stays table? I just want to know how it would work from my perspective in the admin interface. Like how do I select the primary category? How do I select subcategories, etc.? I think what I just said, we have amenities in the table, and then also like we have cuisine types for the restaurant. So we can say like, okay, best Japanese restaurant in Canggu. So we just filter by location, restaurant, and Canggu. Okay, great question. Let me explain how this work. Drop down, select one primary category, restaurants. This determines the main listing type and specialized table, dining stays it uses. Multi-select checkbox, bars, fine dining, rooftop, visual distinction between primary, secondary. Example, La Brisa, primary, restaurant, additional categories, bars, beach club, sunset views. Create specific categories like ocean view, beachfront, mountain view, hotels can have multiple. Yes, would. Please start with the implementation. No, it's smiling. That's fun. Okay, I'm gonna let this run, and then whenever it's done, we revise it together. Okay, so this is the final plan, multi-category support implementation plan. Yes. And then let it do the magic again. And maybe what is good to show you guys, for whoever doesn't know Google Search Console, it's basically a platform by Google where you can see your organic clicks and impressions. So if, let's say I would go to Google and I search for Bali handbook. We're not there yet, I think. No, I also didn't even submit it yet in the index. But so this is Google Search Console. Let me make this bigger. And basically you can see how many pages are indexed, like how many people saw your website. So impressions is, let's say you Google something. So apparently we showed up for Silavi Resort Nusa Penida. So if someone sees it in the search results, so that they just see just the link, it's an impression. If people actually click on it, it's registered as a click. So you can see like, okay, this is my position for this specific keyword, etc. What I usually do is if I have a page like this, Gili Island. What you can do if you want Google to index your page, or at least visit your page and decide if they want to put your page in the index, what you can do is submit the URL here. And here you can see the URL is not on Google yet. So what I will do is request indexing. And then basically you're pinging Google to start crawling your website. Like, okay, hey, there's content here. Maybe it's interested for Google to put it in their index. Maybe it's not. So I highly suggest whenever you have a page that you think is ready for indexing by Google, submit it here. I didn't do it yet because I just want Google to organically crawl my website, and I'm still making updates anyway. So I'm not in a rush. And here you can see which pages are actually indexed. So we can see our dining, the restaurant page is indexed, then the homepage, Silavi, about, stays, and location page. And this is the sitemap. And sitemap is basically a file that you upload on your server, and basically it tells Google like what pages you have, when is the last time you updated it, so that Google knows like, okay, hey, they added a new page, like let's visit it and see if it's actually valuable. So I'll just keep you guys updated on this. I'm surprised we actually already got clicks, so that's a good sign. So I'll just keep you guys updated on whatever is happening here. Maybe once we get proper traction, I'll just do this daily. Like, okay, hey, this is the progress we have. This is the traffic. Also, I will talk with Grace that we start doing some TikTok and Instagram. So do the listings that we currently have live, like make a reel, make a TikTok, publish this so that we can start getting traction from that as well. So yeah, just a quick update on pages being indexed. Whenever I'm done with all the categories and adding more listings, I will just submit everything to Google so it can crawl all the website, all the pages, and then we can start populating some traffic. Okay, according to Claude code, it's done. So it's saying created listing categories, junction table, updated TypeScript. Now available admin experience, select one primary category, required determines listing type, add multiple secondary categories for better discoverability. Okay, so let's have a look. I think we need to the development server refresh. Okay, stays CLAV. Okay, here we don't have it. Maybe with dining. I don't think so. In the add dining form and add stay form, I do not see the multi-category selector. Where did you add it? Or am I blind? No, it's not here, right? No. Or is it here? That also doesn't make sense. But we probably need to update this too. Let's see if this fixes it, and then probably we need to revise this so we can add to the right table. Because this, I'm actually curious if it still has the old table. Categories. Which one did we just list in categories? First need to compact the conversation. Okay, whenever this is done, I'll get back to you. Okay, this is also very interesting. Apparently I reached my limit. So I think the $100 a month plan is not enough for me. But it's resetting for me in 15 minutes. So I'll just go grab a coffee and then continue with recording. But it's good to know. It's the first time I ever reached the limit. Like I've been working on another project this morning. So I used it a lot. But yeah, this is the first time I actually reached the limit. So I'm gonna get a coffee and then I'll see you guys after. Okay, I think it should be done. The dining form, stay form, key features. Okay, so let's see. Okay, primary category, selected categories, additional, accommodation, glamping resorts, villas. Okay, and then I think the only thing, I'm not sure why that's not working anymore. Oh wait, sorry. We need to run a development server. Listings, stays. Let's say dining because we just checked stays. Then the only thing is we need to define the categories. I also want to change the UI so it's more clear. Okay, so primary bars and then we can add the rest. Okay, that's fine. Then the only thing is what I want to ask is... Okay, that looks way better. Then the only thing I think we need to adjust is the logic for the categories page where we manage the categories, because now we have two different tables. So we need to be able to manage both, I assume. Please analyze the page and then give recommendations on what we can improve on this specific page and what would be the best implementation on managing the categories from here. And then we tag the categories page. I think it's this one, right? Yeah. Because I'm not sure exactly. So we now have primary categories. Well, primary is still dining. Well, that's automatically dining because it's dining spot. Yeah, okay. But then here... I'll just let it analyze. If it comes with a suggestion, we can figure it out. Actually, it's not an extra table. It's just a junction of being able to add different categories to one listing. So it's saying like, okay, hey, this is already done, so we don't need that, but we can add columns to show total listings using it as primary, secondary. Okay, yes, please implement. Wait, maybe just 1. 1, 3, 4. The rest I don't think we need. So I'm just gonna let this implement, and then I will think about what categories we can actually add. And then what I want to do, I just want to start adding, maybe we can start with dining. So maybe I'll just add like 6 Japanese restaurants, and then we make the best Japanese restaurants in Bali. Like, let's say, for who didn't follow the first episode, this is Ahrefs, so Japanese restaurant jungle. Wait, oh yeah, there's actually search volume. So let me update this. If I press update here, this Ahrefs, it's a keyword research tool. Basically, we can also just do Japanese restaurant jungle. So TripAdvisor, Billy Ho, Bali. I think if we make a page best Japanese restaurant jungle, we can start ranking for this. Yeah, so I think this is one of the next episodes that I want to do this. So I'll just add a few listings for Japanese restaurants in jungle, and then we can start playing around with creating those landing pages, see if they rank. I think that's a fun experiment, because this is just restaurants. Like, what we can do is matching terms. Let's say restaurant jungle, best restaurant jungle. Best Indonesian restaurant jungle. Those kind of pages I want to start generating, right? So like best restaurant jungle, best Indonesian restaurant, best Japanese restaurant with ocean view, if there's search volume. Like if there's no search volume, there's no reason for me to populate those pages, but that's the whole purpose. And then because we have all those listings, we can just say like, okay, hey, we have dining, like, okay, La Brisa number 1, and then we have a short description, and then we have our review there, and then they can click to the listing, and then from the listing they can click to the website of La Brisa or whatever to make a reservation. This is still loading. This is still working. I like it. Like, this loading, the other thing working, and I'm just overseeing. But again, AI still makes a lot of mistakes, and I don't always show this on camera. Sometimes when I open the project, I see that there's a lot of issues actually, so I need to tackle them one by one. But it does speed up the process of building something a lot, so that's good. But be careful that you don't just rely on AI. Okay, this is not loading at all, so just skip this. Whenever it's done, get back to you, and then we check if the final implementation is done, and then that's it for today's episode. Okay, this should be done, so let's run the development server. Sorry, pm dev. Then, yeah, here, the best Indonesian restaurant in Jungle updated. This is not even that high of a DR. I think we can actually outrank this easily. This is a good, I think that's where my expertise comes in. Like, I can rank those pages quite easy, I think. So then we can start populating some proper traffic. But that's in the next few episodes. First, we need to add the listings and make the platform ready. Okay, let's see this page. Okay, this is nice. We can now see how many use this and if it's unused. Okay, cool. And then probably even now delete this. Okay, that doesn't work. I'll fix this after. Basically, what it said was that it would add a delete warning, but apparently it's not working. I'll just fix this. It's not that interesting to watch anyway. All right. Thank you so much for watching. If you're still here until the end, appreciate you watching. In tomorrow's episodes, either we're going to fix the AI system or we're going to start working on a system how we can manage the listings for those specific landing pages like best Chinese restaurant in Canggu, etc. Because I only want pages to be live with search volume. So either we can do it automated, that we integrate Google Search Console and select if this keyword gets impressions, then publish the page, or we just set up a small system where we can say like, okay, hey, I want to activate this page. Those should be the listings, and then we just populate the page. So thank you so much for watching. If you're still here, please subscribe. It helps me out a lot. And yeah, we're getting close to the 60 days, but I think it's going to be a way longer process than 60 days. So I'll just keep posting those videos, keep taking you guys with me. And hopefully we can make this a very successful and fun project. All right, cheers.